Life is too short to play small. You were designed for big things. You are listening to the Big Design Energy Podcast. Hello and welcome back to Big Design Energy. I'm Marissa, your host. Today is going to be the first of 3 episodes in total where I really talk about waiting, the importance of waiting, and how each type in the human design system, each strategy, each authority requires waiting. Now, there's some where that's obvious. We're going to dive into those in their respective episodes. But for this episode, I want to talk about what waiting means in general, how waiting is an active state, and we'll relate it to human design, but I want to also share this from a non-human design perspective so that if you are not familiar with human design, you are able to listen to this and get value because it is so simple once you break it down, but the mind likes to complicate things, right? So I'll cover the human design portion at the end and let's jump in. So what is waiting? Right? Waiting is not taking action on the decision you are trying to decide what to do on, right? To move or to stay, to quit or to accept the promotion, to buy eggs or to not buy eggs when they're like $10 a dozen. In our society these days, waiting is touted as lazy, unambitious, all of those things. Want to give some credit to Nike here with their slogan, just do it, right? And guys, I'm even guilty of this. I used to say, take action before you're ready. Just do something. Just do something each day and then whatever. But it's not that simple. And if you want to do something that's correct for you, the correct thing could be waiting. With the rise, by rise, I mean complete freaking total takeover of social media, we have this immense FOMO, or fear of missing out, if you're unaware, that we're going to be missing out on something if we don't do it. I mean, that is why I got into so much trouble years ago, is because I would be afraid if I didn't go to this party that I would miss out. If I didn't go to this event, I would miss out. I even remember in high school begging my parents to let me go to, certain things out of town, whatever. And if I didn't go, I would die. I felt like I would die. Like, I'm going to be the only person who didn't go, which was obviously not the truth at both ends. There's a lot of people who weren't going, and I would not have died. But that's what my mind was telling me. That's what my mind made me feel like. So then that's when we rush. We rush into making decisions that might not be the best for us. We feel this pressure. We feel like we have to pull the trigger right now, whether it's accepting an opportunity, a job, a date, whatever, a sale going on. There's a lot of sales going on. You're going to miss out. This is going to sell out. And then you'll have to pay full price and it's 70% off now. But do you even want it? And it's not even your size, or it's not the color you really want, or whatever. This is where our mind pressures us into making decisions when we're not ready to, because it thinks it knows the outcome. It thinks it knows the future. It thinks it knows what will happen when you accept the new job offer. You will be happy then. You'll no longer be in your current job and you'll be happy. But truth is, the mind does not know anything. No one can see beyond this moment, the now. Side note, when you see, psychics or mediums, whatever, they are tapping into you energetically, who you are in that moment. And so then, if you change your life drastically, or maybe even not drastically, a little bit, that future is different. So the story is written, but who you are in every moment decides it. So there's no possible way to know the future unless you stay in those same patterns, you listen to those thoughts, those beliefs you have, these emotions that come up, you don't deal with them, and you keep being presented with situations, opportunities to become aware of them over and over and over, but continuously you are unaware. Okay, back to waiting. So, the mind does not know what is going to happen next, what the future holds. So when we make decisions based off our mind, that's what has us going from one dead end to another dead end, rinse, repeat till we die. Sure, there might be some successes. It doesn't have to be that bleak sounding, right? But I wanted to make an impact on you with what I'm saying right now. I want you to understand that you listening to your mind is like listening to your toddler whose car seat is facing backwards in the back seat. So they're not even looking in front of, like, you're listening to directions from your toddler in the back seat of your car. That's your mind. Yes, your mind might be more eloquent at times, sure. I'm not trying to shit on the mind. I feel like it sounds like I'm shitting on the mind at times. But again, I'm adding a little flair, being a little dramatic. Not even. I don't want to bullshit you. I want you to understand the gravity of what I'm saying and how you can actually change your life, change your world, change yourself, like change your reality. And that is by dropping the mind. So following your strategy and authority in human design is one way. The other way is just to tap into your awareness, to become aware, to be present of each moment and realize that all we have is this moment. Active waiting is not sitting around on the couch waiting for the mailman to come drop off a letter that says, "You've been accepted to Hogwarts." Waiting really is an active state. If you are aware each moment, if you are present, you are going to be continuously making those quote unquote small decisions that will lead you to the answer, to the big decision, to the whatever you're mulling over. But when you're in your mind and you're worried, you're stressed out, you think you have to do all of these things, your mind is trying to plan ahead. Okay, well, if I'm going to get this new job, then I'm going to have to find a new daycare and then new health insurance. I know it's going to be different. And my kids have the same doctor and, I don't know, whatever. Your mind is going to give you a million reasons why you should or why you shouldn't. What you have to do is to not follow the mind. When your mind says we need a new daycare, you do not pull up your phone and search for daycares in your area. You do not do that. What you do is you open your eyes and realize that your beautiful kids are in front of you this very moment, and you enjoy that moment with them. We are not putting our life on pause. We are not putting our life on hold in lieu of whatever you are waiting for. You do not need to know the answers right now. And you do not need to really know the answers ever. I hate to tell you that. My mind hates knowing that. It wants to know everything. And it wants to know every detail about everything. But it's all irrelevant. Waiting really just is living your life. Waiting is you doing the dishes, putting away laundry, making the coffee maker, ready to go off in the morning, night after night, driving to the gym, going to the grocery store. Waiting is your life. Waiting is an active state. And the difference between being connected to that higher consciousness, that higher awareness, which some people might call being in alignment, versus being out of alignment, could mean the difference between you driving to the gym, hitting every green light, you get a parking space up front, or you get a parking space under your favorite shaded tree, versus, people cutting you off, getting in an accident, whatever. At that same note, do I want to go there? I want to keep this episode short. Okay. I'll say this. I'm not going to elaborate. I'll elaborate on this in a future episode. Do not take feedback from reality. So, if you hit every green light, that doesn't mean you're in alignment. And if you hit every red light and even get into an accident, doesn't mean you are out of alignment. What it means, my dog is whining. Hi, Peach. What it means. Okay. So, the feedback from reality is irrelevant. Oh my goodness, Peach. All you need to be aware of is that whatever you need to become aware of will be brought to your attention. And it's up to you how you react. So if someone cuts you off and you feel these emotions boil up and you want to scream, fuck you want to slam in the back of their car, you want to do whatever, you want to cut someone else off, or, you just go okay. Regardless, both the responses are completely fine. You just need to observe and be aware of them. But that's life. Life is waiting. There is nothing to be done. You do not have to do anything. All you have to be. And while you are being, you are waiting for whatever next part in your story is coming up, for whatever next thing you are supposed to become aware of. But you are doing that by being present in the moment. I'm going to end the episode here. The following episodes cover strategy, cover authority, why each one is related to waiting. Listen to the whole thing. There'll be notes on what times each specific one comes up in the episode. Listen to just your type, whatever you prefer. And I hope you're having an amazing day, an amazing moment. And I know if you are being present, there is no other thing you could be having. Thank you for listening to Big Design Energy. Please share with your friends, share on social media if this resonated with you today. Rate, review, and subscribe.